We be live. Shalom, shalom, everyone. How's my audio? Have you liked the stream? Guys, please make sure you like the stream right now because we need more people to watch this show. We need this channel to grow. A lot of people say that the way that we cover things here is unlike any other channel, and they appreciate that. So if you appreciate that as well, please make sure you like the stream so that we can grow this channel. Jean is highlighting the comments, and also Jean started her own comment, which is a good comment. Jean is saying, Happy Israeli Independence Day. Guys, Israelis and non-Israelis in the chat. If you're not Israeli, please say happy Israeli Independence Day to everyone, to all the Israelis. If you don't know, if you're new here, a lot of our audience are from Israel. And recently we're getting back some audience from India, which I really much appreciate because we lost some of our audience from India, but now these days we're getting them back. And I must say the level of the audience from India that we're getting is on a higher level compared to before. Like we're getting some really intelligent people, more sophisticated people from India watching on this channel, right? We're not getting like, it's great. It's good because I see like a lot of people from India in the chat that have a lot deeper, a lot more nuanced analysis, and I really welcome that. And I want that knowledge from India to be in the chat so that we could use that, we could benefit from that. My guys, I'm putting my microphone a little bit further away now. Let me know if that audio is better. So guys, and the situation between India and Pakistan is escalating. And even I just woke up and exercised, so there might be some new things that I haven't even seen. But last time I checked, Pakistan and India, Pakistan was kind of suggesting that war is imminent and it's going to happen any moment now. I don't know, like within the last few hours, has there been any update? Let me see, any new updates in the past few hours. Okay, so we should like check that out as well. And I have a lot of notes regarding there's a war offline that's supposed to be happening. I don't know. Every time something like this seems to be escalating, at some point it dies down and nothing happens. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe this time is different. Okay, we have new updates. Okay, hold on. What is this? How dare you ask me to choose a flag? I'm just as British as you are. Here I am on the balcony of the Pakistani searching all you two hating. All right, come. So you can see that I have this AP article up saying Pakistan and India hint at imminent military action over Kashmir. A look at the nuclear rivals, and I will just quickly read the summary of what just happened here. But after that, I'm going to go to the Twitter war that on Twitter people are fighting on all sides and people's different takes. And then I will also look at your takes. I see, by the way, Jean is going to be starring your comments, not just highlighting. So Jean is in charge of both highlighting comments, like you see right now. Your comments going to be on the screen, and also she's in charge of starring comments. Starring comments means that I will go and read them. So, for example, Jasmine is saying, how many millions killed by Pakistan already over the 57th Islamic Caliphate state? How many millions? Depends on, are you talking about just Pakistan alone or the entire Islamic presence in that area before Pakistan was ever a country? Because if you mean the second one, then a lot more. Because many Muslims were killing Hindus in that area before Pakistan was even a country by the millions. So, I mean, honestly, Pakistan is a very new identity. It's a very new thing. So, yeah. Oh, Roy is here. Hi, Roy. Guy, by the way, Israeli is in the chat. I will go over the commentary on this, and you can see there's a lot of Israeli comments involved, like many Israelis, like just in. By the way, the last stream I did on this, one of the streams I did on this issue, was removed by YouTube. It was a really good stream that I did on this, and YouTube removed it for me covering fake news. But I wasn't saying the fake news. I was covering other people's opinions, and I didn't even agree with it. And YouTube removed it for spreading fake news. I disagreed with the fake news that was being reviewed, and then I appealed it, and my appeal was rejected. Yeah. By the way, people are saying hashtag stand with India. Yes. I mean, on this, I completely 100%. I'm on India's side. A lot of people think I'm not because I disagree with Hinduism and I criticize Hinduism, and they think between I don't know what does it got to do with this. Obviously, between an Islamic republic, which is Pakistan, and a secular democracy. I know the secularism in India is not as much as we secular activists want, but is much more secular than any other Islamic country, to be honest, right? So it's secular enough for me to call it a secular democracy. So between a secular democracy and an Islamic republic, of course, I'm going to be on the side of the secular democracy. Like, what the hell? Obviously. Yeah, so let me give you, for people who don't know what the hell is happening, I will just read you a 1 paragraph summary, and then I will go over other people's commentary to see what the hell is, like, you guys see all the tension and all the people's opinions on social media. So here's a summary. Tensions between India and Pakistan have escalated following a deadly attack on tourists in Kashmir, which India blames on Pakistan. And guys, by the way, in the last stream, I went over the reasons why it makes sense, like, because a lot of people think like Pakistan's government is just one thing. Pakistan's government, we have the civil government, and we have the military. In Pakistan, the military is so many different groups, so many different factions. Some of them are allied, like are pro-US. Some of them are pro-Taliban. Some of them are pro-ISIS. Some of them are pro-Al-Qaeda with ties to local terrorist groups. So it's just basically the Pakistan's army is a Frankenstein monster of many different people with different allegiances. So if you say like, oh, you can't blame Pakistan, and you can't blame Pakistan, it depends which part of who are you talking about in Pakistan's army. And ISI, which is basically the intelligence operations in Pakistan, I went over all the reasons on the last stream why it makes sense to tie these attacks to ISI, given the history that they have had before. So I think it's completely fair for India to blame are there people within the Pakistan's government that are not worthy of blame? Yes, but that doesn't mean that there are not other factions within the government that are worthy of blame. And again, Pakistan is such a failed state that even if you could point to people within Pakistan's government who are not responsible, at the end of the day, you cannot clean up this mess. Like, Pakistan is responsible for the fact that it cannot clean up this freaking mess because the other parts are responsible. Right? So let me continue with the summary. Both countries have downgraded diplomatic ties and hinted at military action. India is considering a limited strike. Wow. Okay, Pakistan threatens retaliation. Despite both being nuclear armed, India follows a no first use policy. No first use policy, okay? Which Pakistan reserves. Okay, so that's in it. And while Pakistan reserves the right to strike first. So guys, if you're going to see a nuclear war, it's going to be Pakistan will be hitting first, because India's policy is no first use. Like, we only use nuclear if somebody else uses against us. But Pakistan's policy has reserves the right to strike first if it feels existentially threatened. Past skirmishes, like in the 2019 airstrike incident, shows a pattern of limited but risky confrontations. The international community, including the US, China, and Gulf states, they're urging de-escalation to avoid another conflict. Okay, so guys, I am like, let me know if I'm being naive here or not. I am personally not concerned about India and Pakistan entering a nuclear war. I don't think that would ever happen. Maybe I am being too naive here, but I think when it comes to nuclear weapon, it doesn't mean that I'm not worried about tensions between these two countries. Because when it comes to nuclear weapons, what I'm more worried about is Pakistan being a semi-failed state, just collapsing altogether. And if Pakistan collapses as a state, there are so many Islamic militant groups in Pakistan that will now have access to nuclear weapon. So the thing that we need to be, so I will tell you what not to panic about and what to panic about instead. Okay, so I will take away your panic and I give you a fresh new panic to keep you awake at night. How about that? Okay, you're welcome. So basically, these tensions, because Pakistan is poor, Pakistan is in debt, Pakistan has a water crisis, Pakistan has an Islamist crisis, Pakistan has an inbreeding crisis, Pakistan has an everything crisis. Okay, and things are getting worse. And we also, Pakistan has a separatist crisis. So Pakistan is just basically going in speed running towards the direction of just a total collapse, and these tensions might escalate that. I know, right? So this is scary, so scary. And eventually, if that happens, I don't know. For example, a lot of Indians are like, "Yeah, let's go." Like, guys, let me know, Indians in the chat. Like, you shouldn't want India to basically go boom boom on Pakistan. I know some of you might be like, "Yeah, let's go f things up." But honestly, as much as you hate Pakistan's government, if Pakistan's government collapse, I don't think you're gonna like the thing that would replace that. Like the thing that Pakistan's government is as bad as it is, as much of it as much as we know that it has sponsored terrorism here and there. I mean, we know that, right? What we also know is that the people that are the groups in Pakistan that the government is against, in some extent, sometimes are worse, are far worse. So this is why the U.S. keeps supporting Pakistan's army. It's because they're afraid of a collapse, and they're afraid of what will replace it, and the fact that whatever replaces it, it will have access to nuclear weapon in Pakistan. So that is what you need to be worried about. Yes, exactly. A lot of people say that. People say, Purple Pop says something that people say other countries have governments, and that government has an army. However, in Pakistan, it's the opposite. In Pakistan, they have an army, and that army has a government. So it's interesting that, technically it's the same thing in Iran right now, right? It's mostly the IRGC that has the fake government. Yeah, better the devil you know. Exactly. So let me actually finish the summary, and then we go through the. Oh no, I finished the summary. So let's go through where's this tweet. By the way, I put chia seeds in my protein shakes, and they get stuck in your teeth, and they never come out. I'm trying to get these chia seeds out of my teeth. All right, let's continue. All right, let me see your comments first before I go towards these tweets. By the way, guys, if you want to do super chats or become a member, we really appreciate that. That really helps the channel grow. So please consider. I will read super chats during the show, so that would really help. What is this person saying? Bruh, our people die. We don't want our soldiers to go ahead first, but go calculated. Pakistan army should be sidelined, and government could be influenced to be secular later. I don't know what that point is. Okay, if you don't want if you're saying that you don't want Indian soldiers to die, bruh, I agree with you, bruh. Yes, okay. Let me actually really quickly. Amika is saying, also from what I heard, there were a massacre of Druze in Syria, so Israel sent some forces to help. Okay, guys, but Gene, let's keep the commentary that you start relevant to the news that we're covering. Okay, we could cover those in another story. So I want to take a look at the comments that you've started. Let's make it completely relevant to today. All right, to the news that we're covering today. And also the comments that we're highlighting. Okay, that's great. But let me see. Nina is saying, Armin, India are tired of all these attacks. Look up 1919, 1990. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, of course. This is known. Yes. Yeah, of course. I mean, it makes sense to be tired. Honestly, it's not just Indians who are tired. I think everybody in that region is tired. And also, secular Pakistanis are tired as well. Secular Pakistanis are very tired. Okay, Jack is saying, if Pakistan collapses, should foreign powers intervene to remove nuclear weapons? I mean, yeah. I mean, that would be, of course, nothing would be more, almost a few things would be more important than that. I think it would be everyone's duty. The whole world should unite and to fix this situation. I don't know why more people are not paying attention to this threat. A lot of people are like, oh no, India, Pakistan are going to go to war, nuclear war coming. That is not the worry. The worry is Pakistan collapsing and these Islamists getting nuclear weapons. Sam is saying other countries have an arm. Yeah, I already mentioned that. Sam. Yeah, a lot of people saying that. Never won a war, never lost an election. Yeah, the politics in Pakistan is controlled by the army, not by the elected government. Road Rash is saying days before the attack, Pakistan army chief gave a speech where he said Pakistan is only the second state truly based on Islam after Medina, is perfect for being covered by this channel. Oh, thank you. Yes, yeah. Thank you for endorsing this channel. Anyways, let's go look at this tweet. So this tweet got 1,400 likes, saying Pakistani soldiers have run away from their post on the international Indo-Pakistani border. They are terrified. Tears of joy emoji, like laughing. Everyone is in Pakistan knows Pakistan will win the war against India, except Pakistan soldiers. I mean, it seems like Pakistani soldiers know that, or else they wouldn't be running away. So that's a contradiction. Everyone in Pakistan knows Pakistan. Oh, everyone in. Oh, no, sorry, I read it right. Everyone in Pakistan knows Pakistan will win the war against India, except. Okay, so this guy is being sarcastic. By the way, guys, there is if there is a war between India and Pakistan, India will win that battle, but it will not win the war because again, guys, Indians in the chat, would you not agree with me? If Pakistan loses and collapses, India will lose as well because the instability in your on your border will completely be a much more of a threat to you than the Pakistan government, like the Islamist militias groups in Pakistan and the Taliban and these all Lashkar Taibi and all these other groups, that's going to be a much bigger threat to deal with, and these are groups that you cannot take out with nukes. Do you guys agree, Indians? Pakistan collapsing, the instability on your border is going to make things exponentially more difficult. Oh, thank you. I'm talking facts today. But anyway, let's look at this because this was.
Yes, Rakshita, right now we are at.
People were laughing at this because they were at the border and the soldiers, there's no war starting, and the soldiers, or just because India announcing that they might strike or attack, the soldiers already ran away. So let's watch this.
Yes, Rakshita, right now we are at the Indo-Pakistan international border in the Pragwal sector, and here the Pakistani side has left vacant their observation post here on the international border. I'll request Sarjeevan to keep showing you the visuals that the Pakistani posts have been left vacant by the Pakistan as they are terrified from the India's awaited response or retaliation to the Pakistan's provocation. And also you will see that only the flag bearing pole is there, but the Pakistani flag that has also been removed by the Pakistan side because the Pakistan fears that it will be India's retaliation, and that's why to actually save themselves they have completely vacant this post. This is yes.
They remove Pakistan's flag from their own side out of fear. Like nothing has even started yet. Like, hey, we fought. Like India was like, boo, and then they, we surrender. But remove the flag of Pakistan. What the hell? Like the war hasn't even started and you guys are running away. Wow. Okay. See, this is what I'm saying. Like the Pakistan's government and the military, like eventually if the Islamists have the upper hand, they're not going to, the Islamist terrorist group, they're not like that. They're going to be a lot more violent than this. Yeah, so we got a super chat, guys. If we get super chat, I'm going to read them during the show. So thank you. We got 6 shekels from Adam saying, Armin, please talk about the Syrian Druze massacre. Okay, guys, do you want me to? The next stream that I was planning to do was Netanyahu's speech. Netanyahu had a very important speech recently. I was going to cover that. Let me know in the comment section after the show is over if you prefer me to do this, okay? Because you guys decide what I do on the stream, on our stream. So let me know if you want to do that, okay? So thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. You guys, this is the Atheist Republic, means the Republic part means that you guys have a say in what we do, right? So Robert Spencer was saying China calls for restraint in India-Pakistan tensions, yet vows to support Pakistan. Yeah, by the way, China's influence in this whole thing is very destructive because China is a major support of Pakistan. So basically, China is indirectly sponsoring terrorism and against India. So that's discussed. So guys, again, between China and Pakistan, no, so between China and India, again, on this channel, we're on the side of India because, again, India, with all its faults and all the criticism that we might have for the government there, is still a secular democracy. It's a growing economic superpower of a secular democracy, and it's more in line with the Western alliances, against China. So between China and India, we're on China's side here on this channel. Sorry, we on India's side on this channel. So between China and India on this channel, we're more on the side of India. Okay, secular democracies, not like dictatorships like China or Islamic republics like Pakistan. Let me see. China paused Pakistan to its pushes Pakistan to its end. Yes, exactly. And also Pakistan is very, very dependent on China. That's why they don't condemn even though they're Muslims, the Uyghurs massacre by Chinese government. They didn't never say anything about that. They don't condemn it. The government never condemns it. They condemn Israel for Palestine, but never condemn China for what they do to Uyghur Muslims. Okay, so EL is saying the BBC. I don't know if this is fair criticism or not. EL is saying the BBC deliberately framed the headline to make the attack seem like Pakistan, not India, was the victim. Is there any Islamist terrorist group the BBC won't run cover for? So, guys, do you think this is fair? So, the title by BBC was "Pakistan suspended visas for India after deadly Kashmir attack on terrorists." I mean, if you read this, would you think like India did? Like, let me see. BBC deliberately framed headlines to make the attack seem like Pakistan, not India, was the victim. Like, if you read this title, would you think like the terrorist attack was on Pakistanis? Yeah, I guess you're right. It is a weirdly worded title. The terrorist attack was on Indians, but if you read this, it seems like Pakistan is retaliating towards the terrorist attack that was done on Pakistani tourists. I mean, but doesn't everybody already know that the terrorist attack was on Indians? Like, would this title fool anybody? I don't know if this is a fair criticism. It got almost 6,000 likes. What do you guys think? Okay, you guys agree with this caption. So Nina was saying, wait a second. India did it the day after the attack. Yeah, the day after attack. Strange. Yeah, the title is really worded weirdly. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so I don't know what the intention was with that title, the way they chose it. Oh, let me see. Jackie's saying, what can be done to stabilize and secularize Pakistan? When it comes to governmental policies, I don't think there's anything that could do that. When it comes to a bottom-up approach, satellite internet on phone access to satellite internets, and then secular activism from the grounds up. I think this is more of a people bottom-up approach rather than a top-down approach, in my opinion. All right. So secular and atheist activism, anti-Islam activism from outside of Pakistan directed towards Pakistan. We need more ex-Muslim, more Pakistani ex-Muslims creating more content online specifically for a Pakistani audience. That's what we need. And also people who are Pakistani themselves who have left Islam. So people in Pakistan are like Harris Sultan, for example. We need more Harris Sultans in the world, right? Because a lot of people from Pakistan will relate to somebody who's also Pakistani and could speak their language. Even if AI could come and they translate everything, the fact that somebody speaks Pakistani without a translation, it's just more relatable. Yes, like people see Demon Souls, I'm a Pakistani ex-Muslim. Basically, more people like that. So let's look at this. This is very interesting because Muhammad Hijab was saying, if any Indian Muslim, so look guys, basically, this is why, unfortunately, this is why a lot of Indians consider Muslims in India to be traitors, a fifth column, like Pakistani, and even if they're Indian by nationality, they're actually Pakistani in loyalty. And also Muhammad Hijab is helping cause that division by saying stuff like this. So see, Muhammad Hijab is saying if any Indian Muslim sides with India on Kashmir, he betrays the Ummah. So for people who are new here, Ummah means the Muslim community. If he desires Hindutva's triumph over Muslims, he has fallen into disbelief. Whoever allies with them is of them, and Allah does not guide their wrongdoing people. So this is from Surah 5, verse 51. And he's saying, basically, he's warning Indian Muslims to be against India in favor of Pakistan. This person disagrees with John Aziz, is saying Indian Muslims should be free to stand with India, not Pakistan. British Islamists, meaning Muhammad Hijab, have no right to dictate to Muslims how they should feel. By the way, so this is, you can see this from both sides. You can see like people like Muhammad Hijab are encouraging Indian Muslims to be against India, but also you can see a lot of Hindus in India mentioning that if you are Muslim, you are with the enemy. So Amir, yes, exactly. Oh, by the way, I'm supposed to make some people admin today. That's what Gene was telling me that I should do today. I will do that at some point, but not right now. We got a super chat. Cam is saying thanks to Armin and his great team. Well, thank you to you, and thank you for supporting the show. Guys, we got some good super chats today. I appreciate the support, guys. Let me tell you, the super chats and becoming a YouTube member, that's the way to keep the channel going, because the YouTube ad money is not at all even close to enough to be able to make us able to continue what we're doing. So I appreciate all the super chats and everybody who is a member. It's really, really helpful. So thank you for that. So the next tweets are kind of funny because I saw a lot of people. I mean, these videos are old, but now that there's tension between India and Pakistan, a lot of people went and found these goofy videos from, Pakistani soldiers or India and Pakistan basically doing some shows against each other in front of an audience to demonstrate their military capabilities, and they're so goofy. So let's watch. So this guy's saying the India versus Pakistan war is going to be the goofiest military spectacle of all time. We'll see slapstick on a scale never seen before, like if Leslie Nielsen, what I don't know, we're choreographing a nuclear configuration. So let's watch this. A lot of people were sharing videos like this. I have two of them to share with you guys because a lot of people were laughing at these. So let's watch this one. Okay, so I don't get hold on, let me see. Show me your war face. See, yeah. So I don't get, first of all, why he keeps doing this with the gun, like and I also don't understand why he walks like this. Like, look at, hold on, look, for example, like when he's walking, why doesn't he walk normally? Like okay. First, and why does he he keep stomping his foot on the ground really heavily? Or what is that supposed to do? And why does he, like, when he walks, why does he look like, why does he do that? I don't understand. Oh, the most confusing part is why is some soldiers on the side constantly clapping? Like, it's non-stop clap by the other soldiers on the side. Like, can somebody explain that? From the beginning to the end, they were all clapping non-stop. You see the soldiers on the side? They're clapping. You know, and also he's not hitting very hard. Like, he's making a lot of sound, and then he, like, when he lands the blow on the head, it's like I feel like it's not a real person. You could have hit a lot harder. It's like, it's kind of weak. There's a lot of aggression, but not enough force. Look at this. Also, I don't know if this is a good tactic, because if you keep shouting like this while you walk at your enemies, they will be able to see you from a mile coming. Like, you know, you are losing the element of surprise by shouting this much. So yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Like, honestly, I'm not very good at military tactics, so I don't know what's happening here. Is this? I don't know what this is. Okay, but let's do this other thing. So this is there's a border between, you see that black line there? Okay, so look, that's the border of India and Pakistan. And you know, there's a place at the border where there's audience from both sides, and you know, it's mostly theatrical, and the Indian and Pakistani soldiers basically do this against each other, and people on both sides are like clapping. And this is something that they do at each border. And I mean, this is old, but a lot of people are bringing these back to just laugh at the situation. They're saying shit's popping off on the India-Pakistan border. I mean, this is not new, but again, you could see that this is, I mean, once I show you this video, you could see that World War III almost happened right here. Okay, so this is, watch this. Oh wait, this one has music. It has a Michael Jackson music for some reason on it. I don't know why. But just imagine, like, what is this? So the black one, I think, is the Pakistani one, and the other guy is the Indian side. Like, come on, come at me. It's like roosters dancing against each other to impress a mate. That's what I think of. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. The friends showed up. So look at this. What happened here is that this guy showed up to support his friends. And then the Indians were like, oh, your friend is coming. Then we're going to come to support our friend as well. That was interesting. Watch this. Come at me. Come at me. So, oh, I show up like, oh, no. We're going to come. No. If you send support, we send support. What is this? These are nuclear powers, guys. All right, so this is, I don't know what is this about. Okay, so another weird thing that happened. Let me see. Oh, wait, Zendabad. Okay, so this is this video. A lot of people were sharing this video on social media. This white British guy was in, I think this is in Speaker's Corner in London, carrying out an Indian flag and going around and saying India Zindabad, means long live India, and supporting India. Let me actually read the caption first, saying British man holds up an Indian flag amidst a pack of, oh wait, this is like, I don't want to read it like this, amidst some Pakistanis. India is a successful country. That's what he's saying. This British guy, this white British dude, is saying India is a successful country. Pakistan is a failed state. I mean, he's not lying. He says, so basically the people who created Pakistan are also tired of their illegitimate child. Okay. So they're saying it's the UK who started. So look at this man's support for India. This is kind of interesting.
Sponsors terrorism in Kashmir.
Yep, somebody's okay. So I got a super chat saying, come on, Armin, the first video is not an Indian army. I didn't say the first video was an Indian army. Did I say it's the Indian army? The first video? It's not. I thought it was the Pakistani army, the first one. What did I say that made you think that I said it was the Indian army? And also thank you for the super chat. Did I say it was the Indian army? Okay, so let's watch this.
Sponsors terrorism in Kashmir.
Pakistan Zindabad.
India Zindabad. India Zindabad.
I know the Pakistanis are saying Pakistan Zindabad, and this white British dude is saying India Zindabad. This is-
India Zindabad. India Zindabad. India Zindabad. Down with Pakistan. Kashmir is India.
Kashmir is Pakistani. Kashmir.
Pakistan illegally occupies part of Kashmir. The line of control. India has not occupied Palestine. India has not occupied Palestine. India supports Israel because India is on the side of freedom. India is on the side of freedom. That's why I fly the flag of India. That's why I fly the flag of India. The flag of India, where all cultures should be respected.
Yeah, we heard that one.
And now the dream of India is in tatters because of the terror state Pakistan. Terror state.
You're supporting.
Pakistan sent terrorists once again.
Can you
into
tell me
Kashmir,
something? Can I ask you a question?
26.
Hey, I ask you something.
26 innocent people murdered in.
Did you support India because Pakistani are Muslim?
I support India.
Because Pakistani are Muslim.
There are more Muslims in India than Pakistan.
No, tell me.
Zindabad.
India's going down.
India Zindabad. India Zindabad. India Zindabad. India Zindabad. India Zindabad. We love you, India. We do. India Zindabad. Yes, come on.
India.
The only thing that's wrong with
Free
India is
Kashmir,
that they
man.
can't drive.
Free Kashmir.
Free Kashmir. Yeah, how many times have you beaten India in the World Cup of cricket? None. You've never beaten India in the World Cup. You have never beaten because you choked. You choked in the Champions Trophy. You can't play cricket. India beat Pakistan at cricket.
Because they are victims.
Kashmir is Indian.
No, it's not.
Kashmir is Indian.
Occupied land by the Indians.
Ah, you coward.
How you doing, bro?
Don't you flying in India? Oh, I'm Indian. I lived there for 6 years. India's in the band.
What do you think of India?
India is great. What do I think of
Go fight in India. Go
Yeah.
fight. Go fight.
I like the Indian army.
Go.
Pakistan out of Kashmir. Kick them out of Kashmir. Pakistan out of Kashmir. Out of Kashmir. Go Ambani. India is a successful country. Pakistan is a failed state who sent terrorists into Kashmir.
Okay, guy is actually extremely brave, because I've been to Speaker's Corner in Hyde Park in London, but like, this is not safe for him to do that. It's a very Islamically, like, Muslims and Pakistanis have completely taken over that area, and this is not very safe to do. Also, by the way, Mustafa is saying, no, those weren't Pakistani soldiers. That's not their uniform. I double checked everybody there. Like, multiple tweets are posting that. And they're saying that this is Pakistan's army, and Pakistan's army doesn't have just one unit. I mean, maybe it's wrong, but maybe you're right. But there's nothing, but not because of the reasons you're saying, because Pakistan's army doesn't, like, which army in the world has one uniform, Mustafa? Have you seen an army of any country that has one uniform? They have multiple different uniforms for different units. So even if you're right, which you might be correct, it's not because of the uniform, right? And also, different parts of Pakistan, people look differently in different parts of Pakistan. So I'm seeing multiple tweets with, for example, many likes with no community notes and no comments suggesting that this is wrong. Again, I'm not saying that makes it right, but it just makes it more likely to be right. So for example, here's another account posting this with 3,000 likes, and people are saying, whose army is this? And people are saying Pakistan, and there's no community notes. Again, I'm not saying that makes it correct. I'm just saying that I don't have any reasons yet to believe that this is incorrect. And again, people are saying that there's Urdu written on their uniforms, so Arabic and Urdu. So this is Pakistan for that reason. Again, I don't know. Maybe you're right. I'm just skeptical. Okay, I will remain skeptical. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're not right. Okay, but I'm just showing you what's being shared on social media, and what is it being said about that. So what is it? What the captions are saying, and we could evaluate these things together here. And some people are saying it could be Bangladesh. Maybe, yeah, maybe it could be Bangladesh. So I saw this getting a lot of attention. I don't know why this was getting so much attention. I mean, it's interesting, but I don't know why this much attention. Like, you guys maybe could tell me. This one, for example, this one got 16, and this is not the only tweet covering this. There are multiple tweets covering this. But like, for example, this one got 3,000 retweets and 16,000 likes, just this one. And it says, breaking: civilians in Sri Lanka come out to protest outside the Pakistan High Commission in Colombo against Pakistan-sponsored. Hold on, let me see. Do they have a big Sri Lankan community there for this to be a thing? Against Pakistan-sponsored terrorism in India's Jammu and Kashmir, Pakistan, known as epicenter of terror globally. So we have Sri Lankans coming out and protesting against the embassy, against Pakistan, outside the Pakistan High Commission in Colombo. What the hell? This is a very niche thing. Why is this getting so much attention? So you can see High Commission of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. Oh, sure. Okay, Colombo. I didn't know that. Colombo is Sri Lanka's capital. Okay, thank you so much. I didn't know what Sri Lanka's capital is. So thank you guys for that information. Okay, that makes more sense now. So Sri Lankan supporting India against Pakistan. I mean, that makes sense. Is it getting a lot of attention because like India is appreciating people in Sri Lanka standing up for India? Is that why this is getting so much attention? Oh yeah, actually, let me see. Somebody is explaining why. Troll is saying this is actually somewhat remarkable because Sri Lanka and India have not had the best relationships, unfortunately, which might explain the attention. I'm happy to see it though. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Now I get the context. Thank you so much. Pakistan, stop. Pakistan, stop. Stop it, Pakistan.
In the நாட்டில் நடக்கும் அநீதிகளுக்கு இந்தியாவில் நடக்கும் காஷ்மீர் கொலைகாரர்களுக்கு ஆதரவு வைத்தால் பாகிஸ்தானை நாங்கள் விரட்டுவோம். ඉන්දියාවට කාශ්මීරට අපේ කට ලංකාවට පෙන්න පුළුවන්. පාකිස්තානයේ ඉන්න හිඟන රට සල්ලිවලට ඕන දෙයක් කරන මිනිස්සු. ඒ නිසා ජනාධිපතිතුමනි මේ පාකිස්තානයේ එළවල දාන්න. එහෙම නැත්නම් ත්‍රස්තවාදීන් සහ
Okay, so I don't know what he's saying. So let's go to, so talking about other countries. Yeah, somebody was saying India doesn't have much friends in the region, so any help is appreciated. Talking about supporting India, I've seen a lot of Jewish communities and a lot of Israelis supporting India. So so this guy Anshul is saying, thanks to the Jewish community in the UK who joined the protest with Indians outside the Pakistan High Commission in London, condemning the Pahalgam terror attack. The flags of India and Israel waved together in the fight against terrorism. So guys, it's interesting because Israelis keep finding allies in any group of people who is fighting against Islamism, right? So you can see many times Israeli flags and Iranian flags fly next to each other because Iranians are fighting against Islamism, and I mean Islam, to be honest, and Islam's influence in politics, and Israel basically is in the same fight, and that's the same reason why India's flag and Israel's flag fly together as well. So maybe let's watch this video. So see, so a lot of people showed up with the flag of Israel to support India. All right, so let me actually see. We got a super chat, but I bring it all saying, in case Pakistani army collapses, India will not only make sure to make 4 countries out of Pakistan, but establish caretaking governments there too. We know the threat. That's actually very, very difficult to do. Like, that would be a nightmare because you're not talking about countries anymore. You're talking about militant groups that might get access to not just you're talking about Islamic terror groups that might not only just get access to their nukes, but also to a lot of advanced weaponry that the United States has provided to Pakistan. Like, if Pakistan collapses, we're going to get the most well-armed Islamic terror groups anywhere in the world because of the amount of advanced weaponry that the Islamic because of the Pakistani army has access to. It's going to be, I mean, of course, India should do that, but India would need the help of US and many other people, but it would be a very difficult task. I mean, a task that even United States could not pull off in Afghanistan. And Pakistan is going to be a lot worse. I mean, India is as more powerful than Pakistan, but India is not as powerful as United States, and Pakistan is going to be worse than Taliban in Afghanistan. So you can see how difficult. So the thing that United States could not do in Afghanistan, you want India to do in Pakistan, and India is not as strong as United States, and Pakistan's Islamism is going to be worse than worse than Afghanistan. That's how I know this seems like an impossible task. Great Red Menace is saying, considering what was happening in Baluchistan, wouldn't this be another massive headache for the collapsing Islamic Republic? Not for just for the Islamic, for Iran, for the Iranian people. Like, the problem with the Islamic Republic in Iran is that they constantly focus on what they deem to be threats on their western borders, because they keep wanting to fight Israel, and they basically sponsoring the proxies on the west side of Iran. But the actual threat to the border integrity of Iran and mass migration to Iran, which should not hurt the Islamic Republic, it would actually hurt the Iranian people, because the Islamic Republic might enjoy some mass migration threat to the Iranian people, because it would come to the Iranian people like, hey, don't topple me, because I'm the only one that could actually save you against all this mass migration. So this would not be this might be a headache for the Islamic Republic, but it also might benefit them. It would be actually more of a headache to the Iranian people rather than the Iranian regime. So the instability in that area. So the Iranian regime might want some instability, because the Iranian regime always benefits from instability. The Iranian regime it always is at its weakest when their things are getting stable. So we don't know. Let's actually go. Oh, so before I go to the next video, let's actually answer this one. Somebody in the chat is saying, occupied land, Kashmir is Hindu land. Read history, porkies. Oh, sorry, you folks can't read. What are you talking about? We agree that Kashmir. So you're so, like, you're talking about to us? We here in this chat, we agree that Kashmir belongs to India. You're so stupid. Are you talking to us? You're so dumb. We're on India's side here, you dumb. Or unless you're talking to somebody else, I don't know. Okay. All right, so let's go to let's go to, so guys, can you, so I don't know this. I've seen a lot, and this is just one tweet, but I saw a lot of posts, like not a lot, multiple posts of Greece supporting India and Greek people supporting India. Can somebody explain this unity to me? Like, I understand Israel and India's relationship, like friendly relationship. I don't understand. I've been missing this. Can somebody fill me in on why we're seeing a lot of Greek accounts standing with India? Like, what is this? Yeah, look, Amir saying first time I hear about it. Yeah, people saying cultural ties. They hate Turks. Oh, Greek and Turkey beef. Is this because of Greek versus Turkey? Anti-Islam alliance. Okay, so you're saying because Greek has an anti-Turkey stance and they see that as an anti-Islamic country stance. That's why anti-Islam stance translates to supporting India. Okay, yes, people are saying yes, 100%. Okay. People are saying, of course, we have been allies. I didn't know that. This is very interesting. Okay, so that guy was talking. Gene is saying they were talking about the Free Kashmir crowd in London. Oh, okay, so you're talking about the people I was throwing, not to us. Okay, thank you, Gene. So, Gene, I didn't have the context of that comment, so I didn't know what was going on. Oh, because Turkey supports Pakistan. Okay, and Greece is against Turkey, so that makes them. Okay. Enemy of my enemy is my friend, I guess. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Thank you, guys. Now I learned something from the chat today. I didn't know that. I honestly I wanted to show you this so that people could explain it to me in the chat what the hell is happening. So okay, so let's go to these next couple of tweets, which is getting a lot of shares and likes. So I wanted to share that with you guys because I didn't. This was educational to me. Some of the tweets around this whole India and Pakistan thing that now in the past 2 days are getting the most likes and shares is about women in India who are married to Pakistan. Let me actually give you the whole theme of the next couple of tweets that I'm going to show. So I'm going to be showing four tweets to you guys, and all four accuse India's past policies of being too lenient or blind, letting Pakistani citizens live in India. Okay, even in sensitive areas like Kashmir. The tone is one of outrage and mockery, especially towards intermarriage, infiltrations, and voting fraud, suggesting it's been a systemic failure or international negligence. All right. So, for example, this first tweet that I'm going to play for you guys is a woman from Muzaffarabad, which is a Pakistan-administered Kashmir, married someone in Baramulla, which is Indian-administered Kashmir. She never gave up her Pakistani citizenship despite living in India for 6 years. I mean, but I don't know if it's hard. It's very difficult to get an Indian citizenship. I've heard. I don't know. Even if you marry an Indian. Now that she's being deported back, she's upset. That this tweet sarcastically asks, "How can you expect her kids to be loyal to India?" And the point is basically, critics see this as a national security risk, allowing Pakistani citizens to settle in Indian territory. So a lot of people think that this is a plan. This is basically an actual central a purposeful plan to basically fill these areas with people who are loyal to Pakistan. So the tweet is saying this lady is from Muzaffarabad, Pakistan, and got married to in Baramulla, which is basically the Indian part of Kashmir, 6 years ago, but did not give up her Pakistani citizenship. Guys, I don't know if that's fair, because isn't it very difficult to get, because to give up your Pakistani citizenship, you need to get an Indian citizenship, or else you're going to be stateless. And I've heard that process is very difficult, even if you're married to an Indian. I don't know if this is fair. Let me know in the chat. And it's like, and now when is deported back, she is complaining. How do you expect her children to have love for India? So a lot of people are happy that she's being deported back. And again, these tweets are surfacing. A lot of people are sharing them now, even if they're from before, after this India-Pakistani tension. And you can see, for example, this tweet, for example, got 12,000 likes and 4,000 retweets. Okay, and there's a lot more of these, but this one, and I watch what you guys.
मैं मुजफ्फराबाद की रहने वाली हूँ। मेरी शादी बारामूला में हुई है 6 साल पहले। मैं सऊदी अरब थी, सऊदी अरब से मैं यहाँ पर आई हूँ जब मेरे दोनों बच्चे यहीं पैदा हुए हैं। तो ये अभी 40-50 दिन की ही है। तो हमें जो है कल परसों रात को अचानक इन्होंने बोला, हम चूंकि हम एक लीगल तरीके से यहाँ पर लॉन्ग टर्म वीजा के थ्रू जो है वो स्टे कर रहे थे, 3 साल से मुसलसल हम एप्लीकेशन फिल कर रहे हैं, लेकिन हमें वो एप्लीकेशन कभी.
Yeah, okay, so there's no caption, so I don't know what she's saying, but so I'm not gonna let me say. Durga is saying, "Thank you, Armin. Thank you for the super chat." Let me actually mute this and keep playing it while I read the super chat. Durga is saying, "Thank you, Armin. And you and Susanna are some of my favorite people." Well, thank you. That's very That's very sweet. I appreciate you saying that. And thank you for the super chat. Guys, again, these are the super chats. Without these super chats, we will not be able to continue what we're doing. So, and the memberships, and people will become YouTube members. So thank you so much for that. Okay. So I guess we don't need the captions because we already have the context. But there's a lot more tweets like this. So, for example, this one got 20,000 likes, and we have multiple. And oh, you see this video here, and all these women who are being deported. And this one saying, actually, let me read the context of this one. Yeah. A man serves India in uniform, and his own wife is Pakistani. A cop in Kashmir, a Pakistani himself. Thousands more tied to Pakistan by marriage, blood, or ideology. And in Rohingya, Bangladeshi waves. This isn't just neglect. It seems a serious plan. This was much needed. So they're saying they're happy that all of these people are being deported, and the fact that some if they're crying and they're upset, some people are laughing at the fact that they're crying. Like you see. So there's no captions on these ones, but you can see this woman is being deported. And this woman is, so yeah, no captions here. Pakistani national, like they're basically, you know how like when we cover Europe stuff, people are saying deport, and you can't deport a lot of them because they're citizens. In Pakistan, you can. In India, you can, because a lot of these people are not citizens, so they're getting deported, right? Let me know what you guys think about it. Jeremiah saying there's no hope for change in Pakistan. We got a orange super chat. Thank you so much. That's very generous. STU gave us a $10 super chat saying the 3 phases of Islamic conquest: 1, migration or playing the victim; 2, a defensive warfare or lawfare; 3, offensive warfare or conquest and ethnic cleansing. That's actually pretty accurate. Just be careful. Sometimes even it's not. A lot of people think that because it ends up working like that, even if it's not deliberate, it just or automatically works like that, even if there's no master planner. I mean, that is accurate. That's how it ends up working. But you don't even need you don't need the people who are basically in these phases to know that they're in these phases, to even, because a lot of people think like, oh, wow, look, every time this happens, it happens in these steps. So this must mean that they all are doing this because they are following this master plan. No, the interesting thing is that it works even if you're not in on any plan. You know, the way that, for example, if you want to look at it, if you look how an ant colony, for example, works, no single ant has the information or know-how or the logic of the entire colony. It's just following some very simple basic rules. But if you look at the colony as a whole, it operates in a way that seems like every single ant is in on a master plan. There is no master plan, but it ends up working like this anyways. Do you guys understand it? This is why a lot of people don't understand the emergent properties of simple basic rules, that they see something so organized and so masterfully done, and they always assume that there's certain central master planners that are making it happen. But that's not how it works. This is just the emergence, which is larger scale, complicated systems act in a way that seems like there's a centralized control, like the markets behave like that, evolution in living beings work like that, and it always seems like there's a master planner, and there's not. But you're right. These are the 3 phases. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? No, the cat lady saying I'm the ant queen. Yeah, and also like even the queen is not controlling, is not commanding everybody, so she's not the central planner. But again, thank you so much for that super chat, and it was accurate, right? So Carl saying Muhammad was the master planner. No, he wasn't. He was just like he didn't know how things are going to turn out. He was just responding to the things at the time. It just turned like he didn't, like, I think like when he became the king of all Arabs at this time, I think he was like, wow, this turned out better than I thought it would, right? Like, I don't think he knew exactly how things are going to turn out. Like, I mean, honestly, his entire story is fake and made up anyways. But even if we're talking about a fictional character, even the fictional character didn't plan everything accordingly. Just things worked out that way. Okay, so let me remove this star. Here's another tweet along those lines saying passport Pakistan. Oh, I don't even know how. Let me actually read the explanation because I have this tweet shows someone who holds a Pakistani passport but is apparently voting in India elections. It's mocking the person and the system that allows this, calling it obvious fraud. It accuses the Indian system of allowing Pakistanis to influence Indian democracy illegally. Again, I don't know how true this is. This is what the claim that is being made here. And again, I don't know if he's speaking English, probably not. Yeah, there's no caption, so I'm not going to play it. And there's another, by the way, guys, these tweets like this, look at this. Let me see. Again, these tweets are getting 9,000 likes, like the previous one got. Whoa, wait a second. Like, let me show you how popular these tweets are. The last one got 500,000 views, and there's a lot of them. I'm just showing you a few that is on the surface, right? Okay, here's another one. This one is saying, these are not normal Pakistanis who have been asked to leave India, but wives of former Kashmir terrorists from Pakistan. Kashmiri Hindus are homeless since 35 years, while their killers were enjoying special privilege and now playing victim card. So I know people from Europe, you know how you have all these like issues with migration from Islamic countries. Basically, you can see that this is a major issue and causes a lot of tension and on the Indian. You know, in India, they basically have the exact very same conversations. So you can see that in the United States, they have these conversations when it comes from migration from the south of the United States. In Europe, we have this conversation when it comes to migration from Islamic countries and North African countries. And also in Iran, we have this very same conversation when it comes to migration from Afghanistan mostly, and other places, but mostly Afghanistan. And in India, we have these very same conversations when it comes to migration from Pakistan. And let me see how many likes this one got. This one got 11,000 likes. And let's look at the video. Let's see what this video is about. These are being deported. Oh, notice to leave India. So look, they're showing their documents. So a lot of Indians are celebrating these videos. Okay, I'm not gonna play the rest because it's not in English. Yeah, okay, so I think she's complaining or something like that. And this was a little bit different. So let's look at this one. This was like also about migration and stuff like that, but it was a little bit different. This one's saying no country in the world would be as liberal as India. We let their women live on Indian ration and schemes for minorities, and also let them travel to Pakistan for breeding. Are they okay? I'm not going to read this part. You could read it on the screen. I do not condone this comparison. Okay. YouTube, this is not me. I'm just showing other people's tweets. And it says, RT, if you never knew this before. So I think this is like, what is this woman? Let me see. There was a right there. So this is a Delhi woman who married in Pakistan, pleads to return to Karachi with her 5-year-old son. So basically, they're upset that she goes to Pakistan, marries a man, has a child with her, and wants to bring the child back and stuff like that.
Pakistan.
Okay. Oh, this is English, so we can listen to this one.
मैं कराची से आई हूँ with my son. He is Pakistani national and I am Indian national. So
she's Indian, and the Indians are upset that why did she go have a Pakistani child and now wants to bring the Pakistani child back to India? So they're upset about that.
I don't have Pakistani visa. That's my issue, and he can't go alone. 45 days का visa था, but हम within 12 days अब जा रहे हैं क्योंकि 48 hours का ultimatum दिया था जाने के लिए.
Oh, then this music might get us a copyright strike, so I'm going to pause it right here.
जी, वो तो बहुत दुखद न्यूज़ है हमारे लिए.
Oh, the rest is not English anyways. Okay. All right. So that was that. All right, guys. I don't know. I learned a lot myself from covering these things. I didn't know a lot of these issues, but I hope you guys, did you learn something today? I think this was very educational, like regarding the things that people care about the most whenever these conflicts happen. I think we go beyond the headlines and we actually look at what the actual people who are passionate about these things are talking about, and we cover that here. I think, like, yeah, Amir is saying me too. Like, I learned a lot by just preparing this for you guys. I hope you guys learned as well. Yeah, this is the difference between what we cover here and other channels, because most other channels are like, oh, there's like India and Pakistan might go to war and blah blah blah, and the Indian politicians said that, Pakistani politicians said that, but we get into the people and what conversations they're having against each other. And I think, yeah, great Mufti Armin is learning with us. Yes. So, and also, guys, we have a lot of Indians and also some Pakistanis. Guys, the Pakistanis in our chat, be nice to them, because the Pakistanis in our chat, they're ex-Muslim, they're anti-Islamic, they're secular. So I know we have a lot of Indians today, but be nice to our Pakistanis in this on Atheist Republic, because we have the best Pakistanis. These are not your average Pakistanis. These are your ex-Muslims. These are allies in our fight. Okay, so we have the best Indians in our chat. We have the best Pakistanis in our chat. Of course, we have the best Israelis in our chat. We have the best Iranians here, and also everywhere else, Europeans, Americans, Canadians. This is a great channel, and we have great audience, and people are here, and they're keeping me skeptical. Sometimes I say something that is wrong, and Gene will highlight somebody that is trying to correct me, and then maybe I'm right, maybe they're right, and we come like, yeah, maybe like, yeah, we reevaluate. So this is good. This is a community. This is a group effort. This is why we call it a republic, because it's a group effort. And again, thank you so much, Gene, for your service, for highlighting your comments. Guys, don't forget to like the stream. Don't forget to recommend this channel to your friends, enemies, angels and gens, cats and dogs, anybody that you can, so that we could grow this channel. Leave a comment after the show is over. If I got anything wrong, correct me in the comment section. I will read them and recommend what we cover first. Next. Also, guys, Israelis, I was going to cover Netanyahu's speech next for Israelis in the chat. It's a very important speech that he just had, but a lot of people want me to cover the Druze massacre. Let me know which one you want me to cover. Leave a comment after the show so I know which one to cover, okay? Oh, Amir saying, long live Atheist Republic. Well, long live Amir. Thank you, guys, and see you on the next show. Bye. Mwah.